All right, I'll say, oh my gosh. So I just got to look at that real quick. I've had that book, I got it for graduation. I haven't read it. I just put it on my nightstand because I need to read it, I think. I'm no videographer. Well, here, we're one book too tall. I think we got it. We can do audio. Yeah. We can all talk. It don't matter. I'll just hit the audio for it. But so I'm Ryan.
I'm Steve. I'm Gary.
And Gary. And so I was driving down and saw a 413 truck. And Steve, tell me your story about why you started this organization.
Well, it was selfish. I'll tell you, it was a selfish thing, is at least how it started. I was tired of seeing guys standing on the side of the road asking for money, right? And my mindset, every time I saw him, was always the same. Why don't you go get a job? Why don't you get a job? And so I was looking for some way that I could help men move off the streets and into work. Because I thought it was really simple, just simply that easy. My motivation was purely selfish. It's like, basically, I'm tired of seeing you standing here. So what can I do to kind of get you moving in the right direction so I don't have to look at you?
Yeah.
And God just took that kind of that little bit of pride that was right there and that selfish motivation, and He just used that to break me down and kind of build me back up with the right perspective. And there are just so many guys in this world that may want to actually do that, but they don't know how. They've never had the opportunity, and they just have grown up without anybody showing them what it takes. And so that's what 413 Strong has become, is this program that just gives men an opportunity to do something different if they truly want that.
Mm-hmm. Man. And so they're coming in here, and Gary was kind of telling me this is like he said, I used the word boot camp. He's like, no, that's not what we are. And I said, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Like, this is just a place where they can get started.
Yeah. It's kind of like a boot camp, right? I mean, we have tryouts to get in. We don't just take anybody, but you got to show you want it.
Mm-hmm.
And once you get in, the first 40 days is like a boot camp, where we isolate you from the world. We tear you down a little bit and build you back up.
Yeah.
We're trying to provide a safe place where you have the time and the practice, where you have the time to invest the practice of the new habits we're trying to give you. The world moves so fast. Without moving them outside of the world onto this campus where everything is self-contained, we never get through to them, because everything else in this world is competing for their attention too. So we try to create a space where they can unplug's not the right word, but
they're just like everyone else.
Yeah, exactly.
Like their mind is going 1,000 different directions and just trying to get through.
Exactly, and even worse, some of those places are really bad.
Yeah.
And some for these guys getting through usually means stepping on the other side of the law and doing some things that have some fairly heavy consequences.
Yeah.
Either legally or worse.
When we think we have stress in a white collar job.
Yeah, it's nothing compared to what these guys face.
Yeah.
And so we're just trying to create a safe space for them where they have some time to take what we're teaching them, sort through it, make sense of it, and then take the time to be able to practice it and have it become a habit.
Amazing. And then, so you've got housing here on site too. Are they're working? I mean, obviously you're getting them jobs, you're teaching them how to work.
For the first 6 weeks, they don't work. It's all training.
Okay.
When they pass that part of the program, then they start working. They still live here. We drive them to and from work. We pour into them when they get home from work to make sure that they're staying on the right path.
Yeah. And you have an exercise program in the morning, so they're getting up and going, moving in the morning.
Yep. We got to teach them how to reconnect their mind and their body. Right? It's all related: the mind, the body, and the spirit.
Yeah.
And we got to get those bodies right. They need to kind of increase their self-confidence. A lot of that comes through physical fitness. And so we do that first thing every morning. Then we do Bible study. Then we work on basically our social, emotional skills, getting everyone ready for the workforce.
You guys are moving in the community, and that's amazing.
Well, thank you.
And having a community is, I was talking, the veteran community is fading at a very fast rate. They're saying 22 a day, and I think what's missing is that community. And when the guys came home from World War II, they were heroes, and the war was so far away that they came back and they wanted to rebuild their communities. The men were gone, the women had taken charge, and the men were coming back to rebuild. And you see baseball fields popping up, and you see community celebrations
Yeah.
and 4th of July parties. Well, after Korea, when we started coming back from war, America was
It
at
all
war
changed.
with us.
Yeah.
And they're seeing the brutality of war that they're never supposed to see.
Yeah.
Women and children aren't supposed to see the horrors of war.
Oh, men aren't either.
Yeah, and men aren't either, but we're wired different.
Yeah.
People who go to war were supposed to see it because we're wired different. The others that stay behind shouldn't have to face those terrors, But now they're seeing it and they're realizing, I don't want my young men fighting, and so they're against it. They're coming home and we're just supposed to shut that part out. And the guys feel like there's no way they can connect, and they feel like they're tossed to the back. And not everybody, because the boys and girls coming home from Iraq and Afghanistan have the hero treatment, the welcome that the Vietnam veterans never got to.
Yeah.
But there's still demons that they're facing that they're burying down deep inside, because they feel like they're the only ones out there that are facing that.
Yeah.
Their buddy's not right next to them to talk to about it, so they don't realize that their brother is fighting the same demon. And that they forget that together we're stronger. And if we can band together with other men and just build stronger men, we can end this cycle of going to war, creating peace, coming home and having men get soft because they're not fighting, only to start another war.
Yeah.
Is if we can break the cycle in our culture where we need to go fight again, and we just work on building each other up.
Or use that internal desire to fight and put it towards the enemy, and go and release the men that the enemy has captive right here in our own world, the spiritual enemy, holding these men hostage. That's where the real war is.
Mm-hmm.
Let's band together and go fight that.
Fight that spiritual battle.
Yep, and bring these men back to where they belong, and pour into them and teach them up, and have them become soldiers to go fight that enemy with us.
Amazing.
Yeah, awesome. Man, it was awesome to meet you.
Yes, thank you. Thanks to our God who made this
Absolutely.
possible. Can I give you a hug?
Yeah.
All right. Steve.
Hey, it was great to meet you, man.
Yes. Pleasure's mine.
Hey, have you ever seen this book?
No?
I would recommend